Hey everyone, Lion Roar here, and we've got a brand new 5-star legendary hero in Gemstone Legends, so I'm going to talk all about her, and then I'm going to try and summon for her. But first, if you haven't downloaded Gemstone Legends yet, you're in luck, because in the description of this video, there's a link along with the code #lion_2021 which is going to give you this free stuff, a guaranteed epic hero, along with 5 more gold scrolls and a bunch of gold and gems. And when you start playing the game, there's beginner events that will give you another guaranteed epic hero named Soliana, and a platinum scroll for yet another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. So make sure not to miss out. Click on the link in the description of this video and put the code into the chat within 3 hours of downloading it and after completing the tutorial. All right, so let's take a deep dive into Helika and see if she is worth summoning. You know, up front, personally, I think she is, but here's why. So let's take a look at some of these stats. First of all, what stands out to me is that she's tough. She has a starting HP of 5898 and a defense of 603. But perhaps even better than that is her speed and mana gain. She has 105 speed, so she's starting out pretty good. And of course, she's only going to get faster the more speed equipment you put on her. But mana gain at 25 is really, really good, because that means that you only need to make 4 tile matches for her special to be able to go off. That 25 number is huge, and you do not see many heroes with a level 25 mana gain. In fact, you don't even really have to put mana equipment on her that you get from the raid bosses in order to get her to go off super fast like that. So this is huge. This hero is going to go off a lot, and that's good because she is a support hero. She's not very aggressive. None of the support heroes are, but she does help to keep your team alive. So she is an HP leader for purple heroes. So if you stack purple heroes, they all get an increase in HP by 50%, which that's pretty big. But she's going to be useful whether or not you take her as the leader. You can put another hero as the leader and she's still going to be super effective. Why? Because of her special, Refreshing Water. Restores 45% HP to an ally and grants immunity for 3 turns. All right, first of all, 45% is like one of the best healing stats I've seen in the game. And then immunity is also a very coveted special in the meta in Gemstone Legends because there's so many statuses out there. One of the only ways to really protect yourself is to have immunity granted on your heroes. And 3 turns is quite a bit in Gemstone Legends. You're going to want to just make sure that you use that right before the opposing heroes are going to go off because you might waste it if you use it a little bit too early. Protective Waves is the passive, recovers 15% HP at the start of her turn, grants increased defense and increased resistance to all allies at the start of the wave for 4 turns. Speed increased by 5% for every 10% missing HP. This is huge. She's doing a lot to protect your team. And I want to point out something about her that makes her particularly effective too, and maybe will make her a little bit underrated, right? Because a lot of you will probably read that Refreshing Water ability restores 45% HP to an ally, that's one ally, and think, oh, well, that's not everybody, so I don't know. At least that was my first thought. But then I really thought about how Gemstone Legends works, at least the AI on the other side of the battlefield, how it's doing gem matches and targeting and things like that. And it's pretty smart. What it does is when you're in the arena or you're in the rift or something like that, typically the opposing heroes tend to target one of your heroes and pick on it until they kill it. So you don't necessarily need to heal your entire team in this game. The only time that really comes into effect is like with the raid boss, for example, that hits all of your allies. And once in a while, you'll come across heroes or in the campaign map that hit all of your heroes. But most of the time, the Gemstone Legends opponents are targeting one hero. So you really only need to heal one. And this is 45%. 45%, that's a lot of healing. And granting immunity, that's pretty good. So I think she's definitely worth it. I've got a few scrolls. I want to try and get her. I hope I do. I know it's a long shot, but it's always worth trying, right? Let's do a couple of... Well, yeah, let's start out with the gold scrolls first, and then I've got a couple of platinum scrolls. In fact, I got platinum shards too, so I really can do like 3 platinum summons here. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna click on gold, and here we go. All right, we got one epic hero, Galantor. I haven't gotten Galantor yet, so this is interesting. Special ability recovers 60% HP of an ally, 100% chance to inflict bleeding for 8 turns on himself. Oh my gosh. All right, so 60% is even more than the 45% we were just reading, but there is a downside to that in that he's going to have bleeding, so he kind of sacrifices himself. That's really kind of interesting. And the passive ability is speed and defense are increased by 18% if affected by 3 or more bleeding statuses. That's really interesting. This is a really, really interesting guy. I'll have to think on that and if the downside is worth it or not. But I do love these heroes that have really powerful abilities but downsides, because you can sometimes negate the downside. All right, another epic hero, Niven. So I do have Niven already, but he deals damage based on an attack to all enemies, 100% chance to inflict decreased speed for 3 turns. That is a powerful ability. Being able to decrease speed is really important in this game on your, of course, opposing heroes. Deals 30% more damage to enemies affected by decreased speed. So I do like him, but I haven't really played with him much. He certainly has a lot of potential, though. All right, so that's all for my gold scrolls. Let's move on to the platinum scrolls. All right, what are we going to get? What are we going to get? Epic hero, Akil. All right, this particular family has been really, really powerful. Special ability deals damage based on an attack to all enemies and ignores 20% of defense. So just like his brothers, that's a really good one. Anytime you're ignoring defense, you're dealing a lot of damage. And final word, deals 35% more damage to targets below 50% HP and immune to decreased attack. So that's really interesting, because once you've started doing some damage to them, then you can finish them off really fast with this guy. Another epic, Percival, and I do have Percival, but his special ability is removes 2 negative statuses from himself and then deals damage based on HP to a single enemy, gains immunity for 5 turns. Knighthood, passive ability, attack is increased by 75 for every 2,500 HP. All right, and then we have Platinum Shards. Here we go. And an epic hero, Vigo. Yeah, I'll rate that later. Vigo, I don't have yet. Gains increased defense for 4 turns, then deals damage based on defense to a single enemy. So this is a really good hero to use your defense equipment on, especially that defense equipment that has another like defense-based stat based on percent, because that gets high really fast. The passive ability is attack is increased by 20 for every 100 defense and immune to stun. So this guy could be really, really good, especially against the blue raid boss and against blue heavy teams. He's going to be tough if you load him up with defense equipment, and he's going to deal a lot of damage. So that's it for my summons. I got some pretty good epic heroes. I really, really, really wanted to get Helika. If you do get Helika, please let me know in the comments. I want to let you know congratulations. Also, if you enjoy videos like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, hitting the bell notification so that you know when I drop more of these in the future, and I will catch you in the next one.